that out tomorrow. Predictions on the Suns-Mavs. This won't be a cakewalk for the Suns. The Mavericks have a very good team. They're playing really well, and they have Luka Doncic. And anytime you have a player like that on the floor and he's on your squad, you always have a chance of winning the game. And so, D-Book is still coming back from a hamstring injury. I don't expect him to be 100%. He's probably more like 65, 70%. Dorian Finney-Smith is a ball hawk. Now, here's something to watch. I want to, in doing this show, this Draymond Green show, one thing, or when I'm doing other, TNT, I want to teach the game of basketball, and I want to teach people how to watch the game of basketball. And you have to learn how to, if you don't already, you have to learn the game within the game. And one game within the game is Reggie Bullock is an incredible wing defender. He's a very good defender, has great length, is a good athlete. But CP is Reggie Bullock's big homie. That's a game within a game. Because now you talk about your matchups if you're Dallas, and which means Luka probably will guard Jay Crowder. Okay? So now you have Jalen Brunson, who will probably guard Mikal Bridges. Okay? Which means Dwight Powell, obviously, on DeAndre Ayton. Which means you have to figure out, do you want to go Finney-Smith on Book and Reggie on Chris Paul, or do you want to flip that? The logical answer would be to put Finney-Smith on Book because he's stronger. Book will take you to the post. Book get there, he bump you. That would be the logical answer. Reggie got length. He can fly around the perimeter with CP. That would be the logical answer. But then when you take the game within the game into consideration, you have to ask yourself, with their personal relationship and CP being his big homie, how does he really affect CP, and is CP fazed by him at all? Because that is a real thing. And so I'm interested in seeing how that matchup plays out. I think they'll start the logical way, but I'm interested in seeing if there will need to be a change or not. In saying that, game one, I am taking the Phoenix Suns to win the game. Over the series, it's a tough one because this Mavs team, I'm telling you, this Mavs team is not a pushover by any stretch of the imagination. And so I'm going to admit, this is a tough one for me to pick. It's a pick 'em. I feel like it's a coin flip. Both teams are really good. Do I have to pick one? If I have to pick one,
you have to pick one.
I'm going to pick the underdog. I'm going to go with the Mavs. No underdog has won a series yet. At some point, an underdog has to win a series, right? I'm going to go with the Mavs. But, God, that's going to be a tough series. I'm really only going with the Mavs because they're the underdog, by the way. Because that series, God, that's going to be a really good series. I got to go with the Mavs. I got to roll the underdog. And got to roll the underdog. So I'm going to go with the Mavs. And the reality is that there's pressure on the Suns. There's no pressure on the Mavs. They have zero pressure. If they lose, they're supposed to lose. The Suns are supposed to win. They've been the best team all year. And so you have to take that pressure into account as well. CP's not fazed by pressure, neither is D-Book. So I don't expect the pressure to break the Suns. But it is pressure. Pressure is pressure. And you got to do